everything like that, and you hear all the slopping around inside the mouth and all that, and I was using the grandma kiss as an analogy to what it was like to listen to that, where you have like this guy, this ham radio operator, has got his mouth right next to your ear with all that amplification, and you're hearing all this intimate food mushing around sound. Wes is going to throw up. You're starting to turn green, I can tell.
Well, I have lived I don't even know what to say, Clark. You've got me flabbergasted. I've lived the reality of bringing back a bad time.
I don't mean to reopen wounds and trauma from your childhood, so we'll change the topic. And one, BCG, taking a detour.
Well, if you really want to bring the conversation together, just think of it.
Just as an FYI, I've never heard that term before, and for good reason.
Now you must explain, because I haven't either.
Go right ahead. Walk up on stage, take the mic, and you get to explain it.
Speaking of food, my dinner is here. I think I'm going to have to go eat after all this conversation, but not at the microphone. So grandmother.
Oh, God.
Forget about.
You did take it to the next level.
Yes, grandmothers I'd like to forget.
There you go. Yeah, that was good.
I'm trying to be the topic parachute here.
You couldn't have come up with that quicker, though. Kudos to that one.
Desperate times, desperate measures. It's called performing under pressure. Hey, Brian, aren't you supposed to be, like, dragging the conversation along here?
I'm trying to take care of a couple things here, Clark, and then I got to run outside and take care of a couple things before it gets dark here, so I'm preoccupied at the moment. I apologize.
Brian is getting those wooden stakes ready for Dracula's appearance tonight, and the garlic and everything from the garden out back. All right, good luck. It's going to be sunset in a little bit, so your time is limited. Or Boris Karloff. All right, so is my TR relay developing a tarnish point because the S meter noise level just dropped to 0, or is the band about to gyrate?
You're good here. That's a great sound. I'm almost ready to get a relay that's hooked to nothing just so I can get that sound. I will duplicate you, but I'll get pretty close. Because it's pretty cool. But no, you're up there about 30 over here.
Wes, you're at 20 over, and when you unkeyed, my S meter went to 0. This is a bizarre effect right now. There's absolutely 0 static that I'm getting. None. This is like talking on a repeater with a squelch up.
Yeah, it's looking quiet here too. Now that you've mentioned it.
And hello to Connor. That's Connor in there.
Oh, hello, Connor. I can barely hear you. K1G checks here on the tape. Go ahead and pick it up.
That's you, Connor. He only hears Brian. What a responsibility.
So is that a local transmitter, Connor, or a long distance transmitter?
I can't even see his carrier here.
You can't or you can?
I can't. I don't. The band's in terrible shape here. Everybody's real light. You in that New York repeater again? I can't even hear. I can't hear Wes. Couldn't hear Wes that time. I knew it was him, and I couldn't hear Brian, but I knew it was him. Boy, oh boy. That's tough. It'll come back. I'm back to eating.
I hear you fine. The band's just playing with you here a little bit, getting into fading there, but I hear you fine otherwise. Number one rule of operating AM is never ask anybody else how you sound.
You just need to push the modulation a little.
20-watt carrier. So what's going on, Connor? You behaving yourself? It's always unsettling when you key up and a noise happens in the other room. What's having a hard time receiving, Connor? Throw a signal on, see what your SWR is. Sounds like you're looking for a bad connection somewhere to me. It's the one thing I figure. Not sure how else you would chase that down. Another interesting problem. So I take it you're another year older. Wasn't that last week or just, yeah, it was last weekend, wasn't it? Well, don't be surprised if Mom and Dad give you a little box with the keys in it to a truck. Wouldn't that excite you? The keys to the truck, there will be the U-Haul van sitting in the driveway. Alright, Connor. Well, I'm hearing you sound pretty good here. Hopefully you'll get that amp off and get it fixed here soon. And the rest of the gang can hear you. But there's a handful of guys up to the northeast there, Clark and others. Perry's in here, Dave's in here, and I don't think many of them are hearing you quite well just yet. It's just the band has to come around. And And I gotta step out of here and go get some things taken care of here before it gets dark on me, so. W4 IPC KB3 WFV. Okie dokie.
That's right.
Could be left.
Well, if it's left, you're looking at it from the wrong side.
I'm ambidextrous.
Ambidextrous, ambi quick, ambi jumped over the candlestick.
Most mechanics are. How about you, Perry?
What was the question about me?
Are you ambidextrous?
No. Well, I mean, I can, like, start nuts and bolts with my left hand and use my left hand. But I can do pretty much everything except right with my left hand. And I can throw a ball with my left hand, but it's not pretty. And I can't hit a baseball with my left hand. Or shoot a basketball. So I would say I'm not ambidextrous.
And it's strange when you turn wrenches for a living what you can do with the opposite hand.
Testing, W4.
I can bat left-handed, but I can't throw the ball left-handed. So, I don't know. W2.
Hey, you're sounding a lot better tonight, Bob.
Yeah, it was my crap on the phone before, and Keith set me on the right track.
Yeah, good deal. You still got a little bit of that hum in there, but it's not even a big deal. At least you're not like a killer her wide tonight. So, anyway, back to my food. This rice and turkey and gravy is getting cold.
Oh man, that sounds like stuff I eat. Hey, so the Flex hum the penetrator, that's going to 20 meters. That's going into a spot here. My original Flex 6300 is coming back. I don't know when I'm going to get that, but Flex shipped it today. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah, man.
Fingers crossed.
Well, I also got to climb the friggin' tower. I got one of these hazer mounts. It's it's like a side mount on the tower. And, I'm going up there to basically put the 6-meter beam all the way at the top at 40 feet, and then I'm taking the tri-band off. I figured about 5 feet below that, and it's a Crashcraft A3. I got to fix the ribbon element still because it kind of came off. Stuck in my neighbor's job. But anyway, I got to get that going, and then I'm going to run open wire lines to the tri-bander, and I'm going to put that one down here, and I'm going to run the Flex direct into that. Probably use it on tri-bander most of the time, but anyway, it'll be cool like that, and get rid of the hazer, get rid of the HD73 rotor, get rid of the 20-foot galvanized pipe, get all that tower loading off so it stops vibrating in my house.
Very nice. Sorry, I got a mouthful. Those hazers are nice. I know a lot of guys with those. A lot of guys have really big Yagis using hazers there. So anyway, back to the food. W3 MMR. Food.
Yeah, I got you. But the hazer, with all what I got on it, it just kind of junks up the tower. I was just interested in putting a 6-meter beam pointing at like west southwest. That's 5 elements. And I'm going to take the tri-band up the Hudson Valley of Europe and man it to the side of the tower. And you know what? The only green antenna that I want is I want to do a 2-element 40-meter beam. I'll probably buy one of these rotatable dipoles, stick it on like a 2.5 or a 3-inch boom. Put the dipole out there as the director, and then do I call it the death ray. Put the driven element as like some kind of delta loop variant on the back, and it's going to be an instant PVC jump or shot forward or whatever. But that's my dream antenna to put up here, and I don't give a rat's ass if it hangs over my neighbor's house. So who cares? Those two either.
Yeah, my dad actually has a hazer on his 70-foot tower. His 50-foot tower, no, but on the that one tilts over, but the 70-footer he does. I think it's a Glen Martin tower with a nice hazer on it. He's got a Mosley Classic 33 on that. Tower, and he's got a set of phased verticals for 40 quarter-wave verticals on 40 meters, which work unbelievably well. I mean, the front to back on those things is like, 60 dB. It's unbelievable, the front to back on those verticals, and how well they work into Australia and into Europe. I worked worldwide DX sideband contest a couple years back from his house, and I mean it was literally like shooting fish in a barrel. I didn't send in a log or anything, but I could literally go up and down the band and break up any single pile up I wanted to on 40 meters with that antenna. I mean, I was blown away, and that was at legal limit too. I wouldn't even run at 1500 watts. So I was thoroughly impressed, and that sold me on those. All right, I'm really eating this time, and I'm not going to come back. W3 MMR, but I'll be listening.
Yeah, it's all good, man. It sounds great. Good times. Yeah, the K33 Mosley antennas, man, they friggin' rock. I had a TA-36 here. All right, up at 40. Actually, it was with the.
Uh-oh.
And it went up.
Was that like a brain fart?
And I want to say it was about
on the roof, isn't it? Yeah, the dipole. I mean, it's not a dipole, but the ham stick is one of those mini
7 square foot wing line, and that thing like vibrated my house. I have no idea, but what a great performance.
And one BCG. Good evening, everybody.
Howdy.
Hello there.
I'm gonna throw this goddamn microphone in the garbage. I have to keep whacking it into that mic. This one, Christ. $200
Yeah, you should not have to whack your mic that often.
Shouldn't have to whack it at all. It's been a tough day, Clark. I actually was involved in a semi-road rage incident today. I was coming home and this nice individual in his Audi A2 comes by me, flies past me in the back of the window. Come to another light and tries it again. I'm in my F-350, so you know what? I need a little justice. I look right on his bumper and goose it. Stop. Hands on the brake. Gets out, comes up to my window and says, you go to kill him? I'm like, yeah, I gotta call him. What's that? I go, you drive like a douchebag. I said, you cut two people off and cut me off. He goes, well, why don't you run into me? I'm like, because I don't want to deal with the cops. I don't want to deal with insurance. What are you going to do? Then we get into this full 90-second staring contest. Mind you, I've got miles of traffic behind me. He's the guy who came out in front of me. Well, I'd get out and slap the shit out of him, but I didn't really want to. Sorry about that. But I was in the mood for competition. So he gets out, he starts taking pictures of my truck. You know what, sir, you really need to leave now. We're blocking traffic. He went, and we actually ended up going the opposite direction of where he's driving. So this person was totally aggravated me. Anyway, that's my story.
Wow, this wasn't even in New York State. How weird.
Yeah, this doesn't happen on the tape. I'm like floored. I'm like, really? Wow. This poor guy probably been bottled up or something. Maybe it looks like he was kind of straggling. Maybe his wife left him.
Down the precinct to